today is really talking about adversity
Yes.
that you dealt with when you were growing up. So I read that you grew up in a poor farming family,
Yes.
graduated from high school, bottom of your class.
Yes.
So how did you reach that turning point in your life to get where you are today?
Well, I was working as a local agriculture cooperative in Kumamoto, and for 2 years. But my aim is different from working for agriculture cooperative. I had three aims, dreams. First dream is to become a rancher in Mount Aso in Kumamoto. Second dream was to become a politician. Third dream is to become a novelist. Then first dream was easy to achieve. So I thought I should become a rancher. But before I become a rancher, I want to study how to raise cattle. So I came to United States as agriculture trainees, and that's why I came to University of Nebraska as a part of the program for 3 months. That changed whole my life. And I studied agriculture and animal science for 3 months in University of Nebraska. I studied seriously first time in my life, and I found out studying and research is much easier than agriculture. That's why I wanted to change my life to study more.
So yeah, let's talk a little bit about your time at University of Nebraska. So I guess first off, why did you choose the University of Nebraska?
Well, because as a part of agriculture program, trainee program for 2 years, 3 months I spent in the University of Nebraska. Then over here, I met two person, very important person. Mr. Hoover, who was in charge of agriculture training program in Lincoln, Nebraska. And I asked him whether I can come back to University of Nebraska next year. So he said, of course, you did a good job, and we hire you as a translator for next group of agriculture trainee group. Why don't you come back and study for entrance examination same time? So that's why I have chosen University of Nebraska to come back.
I guess you didn't know too much about it beforehand, before your 3 months, right?
Well, 3 months is long enough, and
Yeah.
Actually I liked University of Nebraska, and I like to study at the same time. So that's why I decided to change my life to come back to University of Nebraska.
So when you were a student here, what were some of your fondest memories?
Well, maybe fondest or not, when I took entrance examination, you have to take SAT. In the SAT, English and mathematics. English is of course difficult for Japanese, but I was bottom of student because I was very bad at math. So mathematics was really difficult for me to do it. So I was not able to enter pass the examination. Then I was advised by Dr. Hudson. He was teaching animal science to fourth group of agriculture trainee, and I was translator for them. And he said, well, I am going to talk with the admission officer and talk about me, recommending me. Mr. Kabashima is so good student from Japan. You should let him a chance. So admission officer gave me chance as a probational base, which is I give you 6 months chance, 1 semester. So that was a very good chance for me and last chance. So I said I would do best for my first semester. So I was able to get the straight A's on first semester, and then they give me, of course, permission to enter plus scholarship, and also tuition waived. That changed my life totally.
Yeah. So let's talk a little bit about agriculture. First off, what are some of your main interests in agriculture?
Well, when I entered the University of Nebraska, I was already get straight A's, so they let me become a special student. And special student, not only we get the tuition fee free, and also not only we get a scholarship, but they let me research from freshman year. So I was interested in storing boar semen under Dr. Zimmerman. And that's why I begin interested in agriculture and also in animal science. And I study very, very hard to find out how to store boar semen longer time. And I was able to write a paper with Dr. Zimmerman and present in the academic meeting. It was a very rare chance for undergraduate student for have a paper actually in journal.
Yeah. So our show, Market Journal, we broadcast over the entire state of Nebraska. So a lot of our viewers may not be too familiar with the role that agriculture plays in Japan. What could you tell them about the role that
agriculture play whole in Japan, maybe smaller as an industry. But I came from Kumamoto. Kumamoto is different from picture of all Japan. In Kumamoto, agriculture is a very important industry. And we are sixth largest agriculture industry in Japan. So it's very resemblable to Nebraska, For Nebraska, agriculture is very important. And in that sense, I study agriculture in the University of Nebraska. It's very, very useful. As you know, before I became a governor, I was teaching political science at Tokyo University. Of course, theory of political science is useful, but as well as agriculture. So because of agriculture industry is so important to my state, my prefecture, I think my knowledge I get from University of Nebraska is very useful.
Most definitely. So what are some of the main exports that your prefecture exports to the United States? And if you know the numbers to maybe Nebraska
I think,
specifically.
Whether you say agriculture or not, main industry, main product to United States is fish, because we raise fish, and because many people in United States like to eat fish from Japan, because sushi is so popular. So I think that is the largest share in United States from Kumamoto.
Okay. So what advice would you give to a student, maybe who is studying agriculture, or maybe a young farmer? What advice would you give to that person who wants to pursue that career in agriculture?
People think agriculture is not developing, but I think agriculture has a very large potential, because using AI, smart agriculture, and that kind of opportunity is now for you, because especially in the United States, you have a large land and you can decrease cost, but population of the world is increasing, and they have to eat. So if you know the knowledge how to decrease the cost of production, how to increase quality of agriculture goods, you have a very much chance of getting large return. But you have to study AI and agriculture economic, as well as how to raise cattle or production.
Yeah, and you were just talking about AI. Do you think maybe AI and just technology in general, is that really where the future of agriculture is going, or anything else?
Okay, I have a formula for future agriculture. return for agriculture for you equal price and quantity minus cost, because you have to make this optimize price, optimizing quantity, optimizing cost. More easy to say is decline cost. To decrease cost, you have to have a lot of AI and think. And to increase price, you have to brand yourself, brand your state's production. We have a very good brand in Kumamoto, which is Kumamon. And Kumamon, all of the agriculture product from Kumamoto has a Kumamon brand. Then that will increase the price a lot. And quantity, that's where you also need a lot of AI and drone too, because to be smart is very important for next generation. But I think because of that, many chance for getting young people to getting into agriculture. Also production, not only consumer in United States, but you can export. Of course, exporting a lot of agriculture goods to Japan. And I think that has a large opportunity.
Definitely. All right, so final question. I'm sure that your knowledge of agriculture and your experience with it has impacted maybe the approach to how you govern in some ways. Would you like to speak on that any?
Yes, because I have knowledge about agriculture. Usually, many governors do not have a similar kind of experience like me. They graduate from Tokyo University, and mostly they are experiencing public administration. But my case, not only theory of politics, but also I was agriculture trainee. How difficult to I know how difficult to produce agriculture good. So, I know to agriculture people to be happy, because you have a very good, hard memory too. Agriculture is very difficult. Also, as I said, optimizing return for agriculture people. Let's all of Kumamoto people have a brand, increased brand. Let's all of them have a good way of better production, and also use a lot of technique and also knowledge to decrease cost. That is always I'm thinking, and this kind of approach as a governor, I think it's helpful for agriculture in Kumamoto.